Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's A Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race. We're on Speed Gaming 4, and we have ourselves a friendly mystery seed for tonight. I'm Jaxie, and I'm joined by Malmo. How are we doing today?
Doing fine. Looking forward to a good mystery. Hopefully it's actually friendly. I looked at the YAML myself and saw that it is a recipe for a false sense of security. But at least we start with the sword. It's always good to see. It is standard, as we see from Big Toby's side.
Yes, so it is a standard start. Hold. I think we may have accidentally gotten a false start here from Big Toby.
Yeah, the race room hasn't actually ticked down yet. So they're just lingering on their start menu or their Uncle text. We're going to ask them to restart so that it can be started properly. So bear with us.
Okay, the countdown started, so we should be getting underway very shortly.
Yeah, it does seem that Big Toby might be a new eraser in the scene, so just a little mistake. Don't worry about it. We'll have a very good race coming up shortly.
Yes, I always like seeing mystery modes because you don't know what you're getting, and can help you try some settings that maybe you hadn't played before.
Yeah, the mystery settings, they're called friendly. It doesn't do that much to the weights except weight them towards slightly nicer settings and exclude cross keys. So at least you know the approximate length of seed you're getting into. Know that we don't need 2 trackers for the restream. And expert item pool is also not in the thing either. As we find a flute in Link's house, it's not going to come into play until we get to Kakariko, but it's going to be very good for opening up the world once we get there.
Well, it looks like we do not have any sort of key sanity on at all, as we see a green pendant at Desert, 5-6 at Hera, and a normal crystal at Eastern. And I was not paying attention to the guard sprites, so I have no idea if they are enemies are shuffled or not.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that little quirk. The guards in the overworld will get shuffled as garbled sprites in Randomizer.
But it looks like there is no enemy shuffle.
Does this mean we might actually be getting a friendly mystery today?
No, never.
One thing we haven't done yet is touched any of the guards, and when you touch the guards, you might find out that they do 4 hearts of damage. There is a setting of random damage that is excluded, but shuffle damage is still allowed, and shuffle damage can put chain chomp damage onto cards. But we do see a half heart hit on Big Toby, so that is 1 strike against any kind of damage shuffle.
Yep. In addition, enemy health can also be shuffled as well. 80% chance for enemy health to be unchanged, and 10% for easy, and 10% for expert.
GFE getting that spin on the guard, showing that it takes the normal amount of damage, at least that enemy does. And hitting it slightly into the chest, it's a rando adaptation to the NMG strat, where you hit it towards the door. Because in rando, you want the chest.
And I do not think that GFE is going to be is not going to stop playing that flute at all through this entire escape sequence.
I am lucky to have not have game audio on. I should probably turn it on, but now that you have mentioned that, I probably should not until we are out of the escape.
Yeah, so we won't really know more about this seed until we get maybe some Dark World access. It is a standard world state, and we also know that it is a Triforce hunt, as evidenced by the fact that there is no Triforce counter in the upper right.
Yeah, oh, we got a 4th heart container in here, making GFE a little bit safer on that slash strat with the ball and chain guard. I don't know if you saw any prize pool info. I saw a heart drop on a guard, which can be the fairy pack. But I didn't see if that got advanced any further to show us if it's the heart pack or the fairy pack.
Yeah, as someone who plays standard a lot, you got to pay attention to prize packs. They're very important in the escape sequence. I unfortunately was not paying attention to these prize packs on GFE's side at all.
Oh, Big Toby just got a 2nd heart, so guards will not be dropping fairies, or in our situation, the thing we care about is the bomb. The fairy pack also has an 8 bomb in it, but this is not the fairy pack. So our next chance to get a bomb is in the escape. If we kill rats, they can potentially drop their prize pack.
That's potentially true. However, we need to remember that RNG for escape, as put in a recent change, is actually the same for every single person.
Yeah, so what that means is they kill a certain number of enemies. Normally it's a 50-50 roll, but it's seeded for the escape so that the first enemy you kill, it's going to drop or not drop for the same for both players. So both players might have to hit 3 enemies to get 2 prizes. It's going to be 3 enemies for 2 prizes for both players. You're not going to have one person just get nothing and the other person get the prize right away.
Yeah, sort of to just like not to sort of just make sure that people don't get sort of that one-hand advantage off of just having bad RNG or good RNG.
Yeah, then we had a couple standard tournaments, particularly the main tournament, which had the hard standard mode, and we saw a lot of, I don't say a lot, but we saw a couple cases where somebody got the bomb and someone didn't, and it made a difference. Alright, we got good old rat corner here on the magic prize pack. Is not going to drop a bomb either, but the magic refill can be helpful coming into the later game. Often your first magic source is going to be a boss kill if you're not farming prize packs.
Unfortunately, it looks like we are not getting any bombs this escape sequence, so GFE is just going to leave, and we will return to that later.
Yeah, I don't think Toby knows that the snakes will drop the same prize as the guards. Or I'm not sure if they even know what the prizes are, but we know that they will not be getting anything here. Oh, just to tease us, you get bombs in the sanctuary. The one place you can't backtrack from.
That's just a kick in the teeth.
Yeah, it's just insulting. But at least you know, if you looked at your prize packs, you know your opponent didn't get any bombs either.
And GFE is... looks like GFE's gonna go Lost Woods first. Okay.
Yeah, Lumberjack is not a play you see very often when you're not starting with boots. And you already have resources going into Kakariko. GFE has bombs and rupees, so the tree pull at the Lumberjack isn't going to be a big play here, and the Lumberjack itself is locked by boots. We find Fire Rod in the Lost Woods.
Yeah, Fire Rod's a nice weapon. It does use I think it's an 1/8 of your magic meter.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a pretty powerful weapon early on.
And that is where that full magic that GFE and Big Toby picked up in the escape will come into play, is they will have access to a more powerful weapon going into, for example, Mini Moldorm Cave. It's really good to have a ranged weapon in there that's not bombs.
Okay, and looks like Big Toby is going to be checking Lumberjack and also checking the tree pull as well. This is what I usually do. when I play Standard Siege. Just to get that information out of the way.
Yeah, you can orphan this pretty hard. If you don't get, for example, the mirror when you're coming at the North Dark World. Oh, goodness.
That is...
Well, that's an ice rod.
Okay.
We know it's an ice rod because we already saw the fire rod. So Toby's going to see back-to-back rods in this route that GFE does not know about.
Now, that ice rod may or may not be required.
And, yeah. Friendly reminder, this is friendly mystery. We don't know that we need all the crystals. We don't know that TR is a crystal. We don't know that we need any crystals.
Yeah, we may just need 3 pendants.
We also might need all the dungeons, in which case you're fighting Aghanim anyway, so the Lumberjack information doesn't... It just becomes another check if you end up doing it early. There's a lot of things that can happen between now and our play into Aghanim. Ooh, nice bombs on the tree pole.
That is a nice tree pole indeed.
So that would be tier 1. Because Toby reset the tree pole and then killed an enemy. Toby, where are you going?
I'm intrigued by this.
This might just be not really knowing the path of the Lost Woods. Or just really wanting to hit the well first. There might be something on their mind.
That's interesting. If that's actually the case, I have not seen this before.
I've seen it paired with a ped check, but this might just be... I don't think it's necessarily faster than going the other way. I think if it was, we'd see it more often.
Yep, and
it's a really lazy way to time things, but
yeah,
whatever. I'm lazy. I'll let other people time things for me. Meanwhile, not much in Kakariko for GFE. Got that flute active.
Yeah, the only thing we've found in Kakariko so far is the Moon Pearl and Quake.
Yeah, Quake and Moon Pearl, there are items that don't do anything yet. The Moon Pearl will do something sooner than Quake, but at the same time, we don't have Dark World access yet with our item equipment that we have.
Yeah, we are going to need a glove and hammer mitts, or we're going to need a sword, lamp and a cape, or just a master sword and a lamp. And hopefully we do not need the latter two.
Well, actually, if you're GFE, if you're on Team GFE, you might want this to be an Agaseed for Dark World access, given that Ice Rod location. If that Ice Rod ends up being required, killing Aghanim for Dark World access puts GFE one step closer to actually getting that item.
And that's a Master Sword on race game.
Yeah, sorry, Duck.
Yeah, I think we're getting that.
Yeah. No, I've seen enough people just get picked up by the Duck there, and no, I'm not done yet.
It's something you hate to see.
All right, let's see if Big Toby makes the play straight for the item on race game or also checks it like GFE does.
A shovel on the desert ledge.
Well, that's a problem for later us, right? Like,
yeah,
we don't even have access to it yet. We'll worry about it later.
We say that now, and then the book's just going to be right in here.
Yeah. Yeah, a shovel's a really awkward item to check in your light world. It doesn't pair with anything unless you get mirror in dark world.
Alright, I assume we're just going to... Oh, no, GFE is gonna, I think, go flute to 1? Or, no,
flute to 8. No, flute to 7. That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Dam and just do Mini Moldorm Cave and Ice Rock Cave.
GFE is 100 rupees short on Zora if they decide to go fake flipper. I wouldn't expect either runner to do this, given that it's both out of logic and or they don't have money for Zora. But if GFE gets money for Zora, we might see a fake flipper play. I'm not so up to date on the meta for fake flipper plays. We already have a tempered sword. This can't be too bad. We haven't seen any really spicy settings yet.
Yeah, this seems to be like a mostly normal seed so far.
I think the big thing that can come out for us is the goal. We might get a really short seed or a really long seed, but it doesn't look like we're getting anything particularly difficult.
Yeah, the last thing that is on any of the runners' minds is what the goal is. Their mind is just getting to Dark World. Okay, that's concerning.
That is a mirror. Big Toby's going straight for fake flippers.
So that was a green 20.
Trying to think of what that could be. Hard item pool would give us a green 20 from a sword.
Also, not to mention, we started with a sword as well.
Yeah, well, when you start with a sword, there's only 3 others placed in the pool. But if it was hard item pool, that third sword you pick up will turn into a green 20. Yeah, it could be like a male upgrade as well.
That's also true. Also very true. Okay, well, we got a shield. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, we can't have expert anyway. It's not in the YAML. One of the few things that actually just won't ever get rolled in this YAML is expert item pool. All right, Big Toby giving up on the fake flipper play, out of hobo. GFE is going up the mountain.
Yeah, judging from what I'm seeing here, I think we might actually have hard mode because it was either the only things it could have been would have been a sword or one of the 2 male upgrades.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there are any other settings in the pool that can give you 3 green 20s except for retro. Correct me if I'm wrong. When I play mystery, I'm using completely different weights, and they behave differently, so I don't know these weights as well. Yes, and that one always has a green 20 in it because it replaces the boots, so that you can't get any information out of it. It's both infuriating and very clever. But I think this one only has hard mode green 20s. Oh, and there's a glove on Spectacle Rock. We can get that right away with the mirror. It's not Dark World access yet, but it does get us back into the back of Escape without having to go through the front. So that's got to be a relief for GFE. Ooh, quick map check that I missed.
I saw 5-6 at TR, and then Swamp was a pendant.
All right, that's good enough. I think there's one other pendant out there, but that's pretty good info. We got our tracker, Professor Render, marking our other 5-6 crystal as TR and Thieves Down. And our other pendant, we don't have yet. That was too fast. Maybe we'll get a nice long map check from Toby. Back of Sahasrara for Big Toby. Not much to speak of, just a heart container and some resources. Looks like they are going to flute away, not diving into the Eastern Palace. Diving into Eastern Palace is one of the few things actually left for GFE after this play. Hopefully nobody has to do that because that's awful.
Yeah, it is very awful indeed. This Hera, I think... Oh wait, no, there's one more item.
surprised GFE doesn't go for the bomb jump.
Yeah, I am too.
Because people will often skip that if they don't have a sword, but GFE is just going the long way. If you fall to that bomb jump, you lose a ton of time. So it is a high risk play to do it if you aren't 100% confident at it. All right, Big Toby's going back for the water checks. This time going to take the waterfall route.
And, okay, I think we do have some sort of enemy.
Oh.
We do have some sort of randomizer setting.
Whoa! Randomizer is on. Okay. So it could be boss shuffle still.
That's right. I completely forgot about boss shuffle.
The Tower of Hera is restricted in what can be placed there. So Moldorm being there is not necessarily a strike against boss shuffle. And Moldorm having 5 eyes is a strike towards something being. And we've already concluded that boss shuffle, or that enemy shuffle's not on. I don't think damage shuffle was on. I didn't see anyone take weird damage in the escape. I didn't see enemies taking weird damage either.
Well, yeah. So it could just be boss shuffle.
Oh,
interesting.
Gross. Okay, let's just hope we don't get flippers anytime soon.
If we get flippers, we can get that shovel.
Is Killable Thieves an option that can get rolled?
That's a setting with Randomizer. Oh, there's the hammer.
Okay. Oh, nice.
How? So, yes. Very nice.
If Killable Thieves is just on by default, then you'll always get Moldorm Eyes. But I don't know these weights have that or not.
I can check. Enemy shuffle. No, Killable Thief. Enemy thieves will always be killable in these weights.
Okay, so that accounts for Moldorm's eyes.
Wait.
If thieves are always killable, then we always have some kind of.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I was looking at the wrong setting. Yeah. So shuffled is the setting where thieves are always killable. Random is where it's 50-50.
Okay. So it is tied to Randomizer.
Yeah, the Moldorm having weird eyes thing is an Randomizer feature.
And I'm going to put my money towards boss shuffle because I didn't notice anything weird about the escape. The Big Tubby is going back into the escape the intended way. As you can see, you still get your light cone as if you were going through here the first time, which puts these back of escape checks in logic. They're probably not going to feel too good when they see where that glove is, given how accessible it is with the flute.
Yeah. Okay, and I think, yep, GFE, I think, is going to just go right for the pyramid and check what the goal is.
Yeah, goal plays are pretty valuable in Mystery. If this is 0-0 fast cannon, GFE is in go mode. You want to check that soon. It's not even just go mode, it's a really comfortable go mode. You could drop down to Ganon and beat him pretty easily if you don't hug him. Okay, it's fast Ganon and 7 crystals to defeat.
Yeah, so it is something 7 fast Ganon.
Confirmed Agassiz too for that ice rod on Lumberjack.
That is true. No. GFE does not know that.
No. GFE can check it quickly with the mirror if he is in that area. I think even then some people will skip it if they don't also have the boots.
Well, at least we're going to be guaranteed to get boots this seed.
That's true. It might be the last thing we get, but we will get them. So at least you can do your poke dash strats on Ganon. The GFE has the opportunity to check Zora with Catfish. I don't think he has good Ancilla items for splash deletion. I'm sure you could make it work with what he has, but I don't think it would be easy to do.
I know very little about Ancilla.
You usually want at least the cane or the bow if you're going to go for that. I think you can get away with red boomerang, but we don't even have that.
We do. So. We have the blue boomerang, but that does not.
No, it won't help you. The thing the red boomerang does is it puts 4 things on screen at once, and that's really useful for a lot of stuff. So GFE getting that book info. Flippers lock the book, lock the shovel. It's not a chain we want to follow. Given that Swamp's a pendant, we don't want to ever see the flippers.
Okay, I imagine we're going to get a much longer map check. Okay, so pendant pod, and yeah, and
there you go.
Yeah, pendant pod.
Pendant pod. That's it. GFE is too fast with that map check for either of us to see that.
Yeah, well, I would say this is the difference in level of experience.
Yeah, Big Toby is probably tracking. It's really easy to just like play chicken with your map check and then end up having to check it twice. Definitely done that before.
I've definitely
write it down when you can, and it helps us.
It does help us to have longer map checks. Yes. Yeah. Big Toby gets his glove. Probably not too happy about that.
Alright, GFE is going right back up the mountain, hitting the East Death Mountain with the Hammer Mirror pathway.
Yeah, I think Big Toby was actually going to do that, but decided against it last second to go into Hera.
Hera is a crystal. And crystals, in Big Toby's perspective, are more likely to be required than pendants. So this makes sense. The only thing you'd really want coming into here that you don't already have is the hook shot. But getting up here is such a trip that you might as well just do it while you're here.
Interesting. Big Toby did not check the map chest, I don't think.
Huh.
He's probably going to get that later.
Yeah, you can get it later, especially if you're going to hit the basement as well. Like if you find 0 items up here and you know it's like the small key and the chest are items, it's a little more efficient.
Yeah, we did find the small key. I don't remember if Moldorm had the second item or not.
There's the okay. So heart container. The item was in the basement cage. Heart container here. Toby's gonna drop down and check the big chest. To get the small key.
All right, and Paradox Cave. Let's see what we got here.
It's 3 bottles you've already seen. One of them on Floating Island. One in here.
Well, that's good. We do got 2 bottles, but I don't think we're going to be seeing that third one on GFE's side.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, it's got green potion in it, but you have the flute. You can just get a green potion whenever you want.
Find the Ether Medallion.
Oh, good. Hera Basement is not anything. It's not an item. We got 2.
Okay, so yeah. So we won't need to worry about that. Does Big Toby go back in?
Big Toby got both items. Big Toby doesn't.
Oh right. This
is a hefty little.
That was actually smart. I completely forgot about that.
There's really nothing that, but like if you have the big key, there's nothing, no reason not to just go straight upstairs.
Yeah.
Unless the only thing that can hurt you is if the hook shot is in the other chest and you could have Hera-potted. Even that's not that big a time save compared to just walking up. Alright, GFU is making a play for the North Dark World, starting with Village of Outcasts. This is going to be his check. Lumberjack check chance. If he decides to go north. If he goes south, then we don't really know what's going to happen. Skull Woods, of course. We have the Fire Rod. We can do it. There is that big question, though, of boss shuffle possibly being a thing.
Yeah.
And this is one of the worst boss shuffle dungeons. Because it turns out the boss of Skull Woods is not Mothula, it's the room. So if you have something else shuffled into that room, you're fighting 2 bosses at once, and it's awful.
I mean, Helicopter is Probably, arguably, the best thing about boss shuffle.
Surprised to see GFE go in the front first, but at the same time, with the boss shuffle situation, I don't blame him.
Okay, so that was
compasses. Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder. Compasses have a function now. They will tell you what the boss of the dungeon is. So checking the first chest with the chance of finding the compass is actually a strategy now.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. So
Ooh.
item placement is a setting that can be randomized, and we saw a small key in the pinball room, so that could indicate basic placement.
Oh yeah, it's hard to know when it's not key sanity because it just so often gets randomly placed there anyway.
Yeah.
I forgot about basic placement. It doesn't have that many effects. And the effects it does have are subtle. They're mostly just preventing you from doing really terrible boss fights. Which I don't even know if applies to boss shuffle or not.
Terrible boss fights and terrible checks.
I don't think it stops you from fighting Vitreous at Hera, for example. I think it just assumes that Hera is easy. Hype Cave for Big Toby. Not a very strong opener. Pretty bad. Just money and arrows.
So if it turns out the boss is Mothula, this Skullwoods shouldn't be too difficult.
I'm actually okay. So GFE is using ether in this room instead of just spamming fire rod like you normally do, and part of that reason might be that Cold Stare can be here. And if Cold Stare is here, you actually do need a full magic bar to break the shell. Yeah. I'm not sure what the plan is.
If it's Cold Stare,
you can get one here.
If it's Cold Stare, I think we leave.
Yeah. Okay, it is Argus. We still leave because we don't have the hook shot. That sucks.
Alright, so that's confirmed.
That's boss shuffle.
Yep. We don't know exactly what kind of boss shuffle it is. There's 3. Simple, full, and random. Simple being that 2 copies of Armos, 2 copies of Landmo, 2 copies of Moldor. Nice mitts.
Nice mitts.
And one of every Dark World boss are just shuffled amongst the dungeons. Full being 2 copies of 3 bosses, 1 copy of all others, and random could just be all Vitreous.
Yeah.
But
how many eyes is
that? It's not going to be that.
Quick, do the math. So GFE is noping out of Skullwoods after finding the mitts, going straight to Misery Mire.
Yeah, I actually... Okay, so it's Quake for Mire, so we can get in, but we can't... We can enter, but we can't actually do anything there, because we do not have we don't have boots, and we don't have a hook shot.
Nope, we cannot make it to Mire 2. It's pretty hard locked right now, which is good. We don't want to go in there without the cane. That is a bow in Mire Shed. That's a good find. Especially if you run into an Armos. Cane of Burn is pretty good against Armos, but you have to have magic to use it, so having the bow is also very good. That is also going to be our chance to pick up the shovel. That means GFE can check the dig spot with Stumpy, because he hasn't been there yet. That might be the reason why he, instead of continuing south, he just went here first, because he knew that he had a shovel he could pick up.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, so Desert is hard boots locked. Or at least the boss is, anyway. We don't know anything about the right side.
It's also a pendant. Okay, no right side. We're getting magic. So keeping stocked up in case we run into a cold stare in a boss room. Now that it's boss shuffle, the Ice Rod and Lumberjack takes on a different meaning. Because we don't even know if Trinex is going to be here at all. Or where.
We don't even know if there will be a Trinex.
Trinex might be in GT, and with the 7 crystal fast cannon, we're probably not seeing GT. We're just straight up never seeing GT in the seed. Oh, but it could be early open. Right. Early open.
Yeah.
Seed. Yeah.
It could be like 0-7.
So Crowball ran a little stats on boss shuffle, finding out that in full boss shuffle, Trinex is biased to be in the Ice Armos room. But that applies to full shuffle. It doesn't necessarily apply to the other shuffles. So yeah, that is something to keep in mind. If we do hit an early GT play, that actually lets us in. Okay, Pod makes sense for GFE. It has the bow and the hammer. Likely to find the compass before having to commit to the back, so we'll be able to check that boss. And Eastern will be here as well.
Yep. Eastern, yeah, GFE can, will clear this. And is probably going to just pair it with Pod.
Oh, there's a blue potion in their pocket, so they're actually fine. I think I saw blue when Toby was quick swapping. That might have been from the escape, because there was a bottle in the escape.
Yeah, there was a bottle in the escape. I don't remember. It might have been blue. Because I don't think any of our runners on Restream have been over to the potion shop yet. Mostly because there hasn't been a need for that.
Big Toby doing the strat that I'm used to, where you just fire out everything. It's not going to matter because Argus is here. Ooh, nice refill. Oh, it's a bait. Nice, though. Makes it out without getting bunny beamed. Okay. Not killing the Gibdo. Okay.
Wait, he's at second thoughts.
Yeah, you don't have to kill the Gibdo here, but it does make the rest of the Skullwoods route a little better if you're going back to front. I see thinking, it's like, what am I going to take out? Okay. Interesting to think that he was worried about his health coming down here, because you can land on an enemy and get hurt immediately, or just like get surprised. But it didn't matter. Flippers for GFE and Pod.
Alright.
Well.
Interesting.
They unlock the book. And Hookless Swamp Palace.
Hookless Pendant Swamp Palace.
Yes. Oh, this is Pendant Pod, too.
Yep.
Right. What is Toby doing? Just trying to get to the room. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay. I think that was just 4 keys in the front.
I think Toby may have fallen down the hole by accident, because it didn't look like he wanted to be here. Going straight to Pinball Room, that's a play.
Fortunately, we know that it's a small key in Pinball Room, so this didn't really matter.
Yeah, also resetting their spawn point to make sure that if they decide to mirror out, although they probably should just be mirroring out here, they'll go to the front instead of the top. All right, anything else for Pod, for GFE? I don't see anything besides those flippers so far. Depending on whether this is basic or advanced, the fire rod, the torch here, might be in logic.
regardless of being basic or advanced, it doesn't matter because we can get to those just fine, even without a fire source. We just find a fire shield.
Nothing else in pod is in logic now. I'm going to check these 3. It's going to be a question of whether you continue and check the boss. When you don't know what the boss is, if you have the compass, you can check it, but it's still a pendant.
Oh, yeah, hard pull. There it is. See, I confirmed
wow.
hard.
Wait, hard?
Yeah. Because that was another green 20.
Oh, we got a green 20. All right.
There's the big key. So, you wanted mail upgrades? Yeah, we're never seeing those.
Okay, if GFE is going to go for the boss in this dungeon, it's not going to be until after Crystal Eastern, which makes a lot of sense. Pod is a dense play. I didn't catch, though, if the boss has the compass or not, because we saw the map.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the menu either.
It's hard when the people aren't menuing.
Yeah, Quickswap has changed a lot of things about how we play this game.
Makes it easier for runners and harder for commentators. Although I'd argue it also makes it harder for runners. I've walked off plenty of pits trying to quick swap. We all have. Okay, Toby returning to Village of Outcast, perhaps? Do they have the mitts that were in Back of Skull?
Yes.
Okay. Changing their mind, hitting Meyer first. That makes sense. It's something you can just do whenever.
Toby getting that information that it is Quake.
I could see an argument for another green 20.
And there's a third green 20.
Oh no. I think we might be topping out heart pieces now, or heart containers. Because we have 10 on GFE's side. And we're starting to come up on a lot of these 20s. But yeah, I was saying is you could get compasses. And we got a boss check from GFE, but I missed what it was.
Argus, so it's at least a full shuffle.
That's a really good use of the map because that's a boss we cannot do. It's not a quick one to get to. So saves GFE a trip to the back of Eastern. We'll have to return to it later. Hookshot very required in this seed.
Yeah. Now, if we end up seeing a third Argus, then we know it's just random boss. It's random boss shuffle.
We do know it's not simple.
Yes. So what we know so far is that it was a standard assured something 7 fast Ganon with some sort of boss shuffle that is not simple, and we have hard item pool. And maybe it's basic placement.
Is this an Ice Palace play from GFE?
No. I would be very surprised if GFE went to Ice Palace right now.
Well, I mean, it's caneless, but it's doable and it's in logic. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it is in logic. If it's basic, then getting to the boss is in logic. Considering this is boss shuffle. If it's advanced, then Kane may be logically required.
Wait, is the vanilla path through Ice Palace not expected in basic placement?
It is.
Huh.
Because bomb jumping is technically a glitch.
Yeah, but you're never expected to bomb jump in any mode. Not even in glitch modes. But you can get through by walking like 3 laps of Ice Palace and hitting crystal switches without doing any bomb jumps or without using the cane.
Yeah, that's the expected way that I think Basic expects you to do the Ice Palace.
Yeah, but as far as I know, Basic and Advanced don't change anything about Ice Palace except what you're expected to bring to the boss as far as offense goes. Like, I think you're expected to have a tempered sword for the boss in Basic placement.
Yeah. Basic placement basically just basically it ensures that you have safeties. Like, that's the major thing about Basic. It ensures you got a lot of health.
It's the part you don't notice too. You'll notice it when you're playing Advanced and you get the very rare like Force Hammer Cold Stare, but you don't see that happening. You only see it in the 1 out of 100 times where it matters when you're not playing with that setting. This is quite the long book play, but you kind of have to. You know it's there. There's no better time to do it than when you're checking Zora when you've already done Catfish. So, yeah, that's... If you're going to do the book... Oh, this makes sense, too, because he's going to climb the mountain. This is the closest he's ever going to be to Ether Tablet. Let's see if he remembers to check the sign for Ganon's Tower.
Yeah.
I certainly forgot about it when I said
a lot of people
GT.
tend to forget. Yeah, a lot of people tend to forget about that sign. Yeah.
You see 7 crystals and you're like, okay, we don't do Ganon's Tower. Oh, okay. So Toby found the red shield in Eastern. GFE got a green 20 there. So at least we know what the item was. Let's see if Toby checks the map. This is a relatively new feature, so it's easy to forget that you can do that.
Yeah, it looks like GFE is going to be going for TR. This makes sense.
Yeah, this is Eusteth Mountain play, and a GT sign check perhaps might end in Spike Cave. We can't do anything in TR. Hookshot Cave is inaccessible without at least the boots. So, Ether to open TR. We have that. So, Bombos will not be required in the seed.
Unfortunately, we can't do anything in TR because we do not have the Cane of Samaria.
No, just like Myri, we won't get past the front room. Oh, he's going in.
He's going in for that full magic.
Oh, checking the hints. The boots are here. Hints are a thing. What?
The boots are in Turtle Rock.
Well, if there's one hint you check in the game, make it that one. So I was gonna say something about the Ice Rod, but it is Boss Shuffle. You are required to go into Turtle Rock without the Ice Rod. You might be able to finish it when you're here. You might not. We don't know. Big Toby is not checking the map. And we find the lamp on East Death Mountain in Super Bunny Cave. So Big Toby's going to get a nasty surprise when they find Argus in the back of this dungeon as well. Thwarted once again.
Yeah, the compass feature is pretty easy to forget. It, as you said earlier, it is relatively new.
GFE is mirroring here. Oh, not checking GT. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. All right, here we go.
No, he remembers.
Oh, I think he realized.
Oh no,
he
but
realized.
the portal's not there anymore.
He realized too late.
Oh, Ether Tablet you checked, right? But GT is still thinking he has to go all the way back to the portal at Turtle Rock because the portal's gone. That feels bad.
That is a feels bad man moment.
Well, Toby got their feels bad man moment at the exact same time GFE got his, so at least they're even in that regard. Oh, that is such a long walk too.
Yeah.
Oh, and getting dead rock too. Just salt in the wound.
It would be shorter if we had those boots. But those boots are they're in Turtle Rock, which
No,
is
just
conveniently
just hover to them.
Yeah. Just do the fabled bootsless hover.
Oh, I'm sure someone will discover that and everyone will hate them for it. Ooh. That Lionel will kill you. So yeah, take that cape out. Good. That would be triple feels bad man if he died right here. Okay, it's not opening 6 crystals.
6.
Well,
All right, 6, 7 fast.
Okay.
So we may need to enter GT for something.
What are the odds that we have to enter GT? It's not going to be for the Cane of Samaria. And by extension, it's not going to be for the boots. So the hookshot is locked by 2 dungeons. Or hookshot is locking 2 crystal dungeons. So I think actually GT is dead.
Hi, Bombos. Thanks.
It's silly. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think anything can be in GT that we care about.
Yeah. I think GT is pretty much dead at this point.
Well, what is this a play for? This has to be desert, right?
Yeah, I think this is kill whatever's at desert, if we even can.
Interesting that GFE hasn't been back to.
Oh no, wait, he might be getting the shovel.
Oh, he didn't get the shovel the first time he was there?
No.
What? Okay.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe just kind of got distracted by the bow and mire shed. It's totally understandable. No, you can't. Yeah, can't hammer up just yet. You wouldn't want to anyway. You don't have the big key.
Yeah, and that big key is in Dark Maze.
Harmless Hallway first means you get a key. I don't think I've ever seen someone like just go straight for Harmless Hallway like that before.
Yeah. So yeah, at this point, also accessibility is 100% inventory because keys can lock themselves. But that's what we normally play with on most seeds, so it's not like anyone really cares.
It's not 100% locations. It could still be beatable, but I think we're out of the point where beatable only would matter. We found all the things that could lock themselves.
Yeah, and that also beatable only and basic don't really mix well with each other.
Oh, they don't?
And also, not to mention, this is also hard mode as well. Forgot to take that into account.
Hard and basic is such a funny combination. It's like, I can survive, but I can't solve the puzzles.
Can't solve the puzzles logically because overflow.
The seed expects me to have a green 20 going into this boss.
Yeah, if accessibility was beatable only, it wouldn't matter. And there's a second Moldorm.
Okay, so we haven't confirmed whether it's full or random bosses yet. Got the Helmasaur out of the bridge, saving his life in the process. Good job, Toby. What a big heart. Alright, in Boss Shuffle, you can go straight for the boss in Thieves Town. It's a blessing and a curse, because it means you can skip the back of Thieves Town. It's a curse because you can skip the back of Thieves Town.
Yeah. I mean, even in Boss Shuffle, I wouldn't skip the back of Thieves Town. And that is crystal number 2 for GFE. First 2 bosses we've killed so far are Moldorms, and Big Toby is forgetting the
Toby
big key,
didn't get the bottom
which
darkness.
is in the...
Yeah.
Yep.
Oops. It's better than getting the big chest and thinking you got all the chests and then leaving something important in here. GFE is going north. This is his chance to check Lumberjack. Which, again, we still don't know is required or not. We don't know where Trinex is. I think knowing where the boots are helps, but also knowing that you can't get to them yet is it's a bit of a mark against doing this. And yeah, we're just doing bumper ledge and then checking it. So that's good. GFE will have this knowledge as well. It looked for a second like he was going to turn away from bumper ledge and go south, but thought the better of it. Did we see what the boss of Pod was from GFE?
I don't think we did.
It's not going to be Argus, right?
If it's Argus, then that means this is random boss shuffle.
It could be Trinex, too. There's 2 bosses we can't kill.
Are there any restrictions on what can be in Helmasaur's room?
No, Helma can be anything. The restricted arenas are Mothula cannot be Trinex because Trinex is too big, and the Moldorm arenas can't be a whole sort of things that just behave weirdly on the platform. I think those are Trinex, Armos, and Argus can't be there. And Landmo.
I would assume. Yeah, I was gonna say Landmo.
Yeah, I don't know what happens to those bosses, but I'm sure they just get lost. They might go off the platform or just not work at all.
Yes, Professor Renderer. Helmasaur King cannot be in Helmasaur King's room. Yes. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, Helmasaur can. Yeah, it sucks.
It does,
but it
suck.
can happen.
Helmasaur is as good at knocking you off that platform as Moldorm is.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to do hammer strats with Helmasaur, especially on the Moldorm 1 arena, because he spawns right over that hole that just takes you down 2 floors.
Yeah, and the hole negates bomb damage sometimes when he's standing over it. It's really unfair. Why is Toby allergic to Village of Outcasts? Why is GFE also? What? Both of them took so long to get here. It's really unusual.
And we have Blind.
We have Blind. Oh, Blind can't be in Moldorm either. I forgot he existed. Oh yeah, funny thing about Cane of Burna, it does not protect you against spike knockback. So if you're doing the Burna fight here, you probably just want to wait for Blind to come down. You might want to put that cape on, or the Burna.
Blind is never a nice fight if it's not scripted.
Okay, Toby can take 1 hit before putting on... Oh, nice Fire Shield block.
Fire Shield does come in handy.
Wow, taking no damage in phase 2. Look at those dodges. Wow. Okay. Now you want to put...
It does take a bit of damage. Now, yeah.
Alright, that was a really good fight. Unfortunate that Blind went straight back to the top. There's not much you can do about it if he does that. Blind dropped his own compass. You couldn't know what was in here, and it's a pendant with no item on it. We don't know it's not Ped, though.
Yeah, GFE does have the book, and Big Toby can get that book.
We know that Ped's not the hook shot.
Yeah, Ped cannot be the hook shot.
Could be the cane. But it can only be the cane if Trinex is not at Desert Palace or Swamp Palace.
Yeah, at this point, Ped is on life support.
All right, Toby making the play for Thieves Town. Did we see GFE go back in?
To Thieves Town? No.
Okay. Do we know how many items are back there?
I wasn't counting.
Okay, I'll try and count when Toby's in.
It was at least one. I can tell you it was at least one, maybe two. I have no idea if Moldorm dropped something. Maybe Moldorm dropped like a heart container or something. I don't know. All right, Cave 45. Nothing that we need. Opting to do shovel first and then Stumpy. Well, alright, so that was a bust. Stumpy also a bust.
We haven't seen anything in a while. Like, we got the flippers. Ice Palace feels like the next play. People don't play Ice Palace without Kane.
Yeah, Ice Palace right now, given with what we have, Ice Palace feels extremely tempting.
It's also one of those dungeons that's really punishing if the boss is shuffled to be something you can't kill. Because you can get really deep in there before you find out. And then getting back there is not trivial. Toby's opting to do Smith Chain before Thieves Town.
He's probably prioritizing overworld checks before dungeons.
Potentially thinking Thieves Town could be a boss that we can't kill.
Which we know that we can kill that boss because that boss is Moldorm.
Okay, GFE making his way to Hype Cave, but has the option of doing Front of Swamp while en route. And look at him. He's got his mirror out. We're going to see a swamp play. I think we are.
Hookless. So Hookless Pendant Swamp is the play we are getting from GFE.
To be fair, not much left for him. Second, Hookless Pendant Swamp is a little bit better than Hookless Crystal Swamp when you know that Hook is one of your go mode items for something else.
Yeah.
Because if you find the cane here, you know you don't have to come back in for any reason. Toby is not in a position to do this because he fluted here. A hint for Hookshot Cave. So you go into Swamp and you see the word Hookshot on the hint tile. It's a big tease. And it's just telling you there's a heart in Hookshot Cave. Thanks, hint tiles. This is why we usually turn them off.
The only hint that is actually valuable is the single arrow.
Oh, that boots hint, though, that GFE got was pretty good.
Yeah, that was very, very valuable information.
Okay, we can get the big chest of Swamp. So Toby has already done these Dark World checks, so there's no routing shovel with Stumpy.
Yeah, that was like the best possible time you could have done that check.
I think there's a... Did Toby leave a portal behind? Is that what they're going to? Yeah.
Yeah,
And then Thieves Town, right?
I would assume so.
Alright, time to count, because this could be a big play if Toby goes in. Right now they're in different dungeons. If Toby does all of Thieves Town, GFE is doing Front of Swamp. One of them might have progression.
I don't know if... Well, Big Toby may not know that Blind's not going to be in the back of Thieves if bosses are shuffled. I don't know if he knows that.
Toby dropped onto Argus. Toby has actually met Argus twice, so they know that it's boss shuffle.
Well, no, I mean like with Thieves Town specifically.
Oh, does boss shuffle work like that now, where Maiden is rescued if
No,
Blind is there?
actually, I have no idea.
Oh, we're saying Toby might not know that you can just go to the boss. There are some versions of the randomizer where if Blind is here, you still have to rescue the Maiden.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking of. If you're playing a lot of multi-world, you might think it behaves that way.
Yeah, most notably multi-world and I think Door Rando branch.
That gets confusing when you have to juggle all the different branches.
Okay, so...
Especially the kinds of people who play multi-world are probably also playing mystery. More likely to join these races with mystery in them. I dropped the ball again and didn't count. I saw a compass.
I think there was 2 items in the front. Because big key was guaranteed, and yeah, we did see the compass.
And we didn't get the small key, because we don't have it. Yeah, Toby's going for the boss.
Oh, never mind. I guess Toby does know. Now, Moldorm in any room that isn't one of the vanilla arenas. It's easy street, but of course you get knocked around a lot.
Moldorm in Mothula is pathetic.
Because of the spikes?
No, Moldorm just can't move. He just sits in one spot. He's completely helpless.
That just sounds sad.
It is really sad. He just sits there and quivers in a ball. Oh, he's going back in. Oh, checking the items. Okay, so we're missing map and small key. I hope Toby recognizes that the small key that they have is from the pot and not from the chest. So recognizes there are still 2 items in here. Wait, there's 1 item. Wait a minute. Oh. No, there's 2 items. There's 1 item because Blind didn't drop the map.
Yeah, Moldorm did drop an item. So yeah.
It's so hard to justify going to the back when there's only 1 item.
Wow, Hookless Swamp not paying off at all.
Yeah, when your remaining check is Hookless Swamp, this is the right play. Like, it just makes both of what they're doing makes sense. Like GFE already bailed out of here and still had Hype Cave to do, which made sense. But Toby has already done all the dense stuff that's not terrible. So Ice Palace, though, it's a crystal you can probably do. That's definitely a thing. I think GFE is heading there now.
And it looks like he's activating Spooky. This basically just lets the Freezor in this room just get out like just tiny bit earlier, but it's minimal. It's a minimal time save.
Okay, Ice Palace for GFE. Is this the only thing left that's not what Big Toby is doing?
Yeah, I think so, yes. So one of these 2 things is the answer.
That's pretty gross.
Unless it's both of these things, in which case this is one of the worst.
It could be like Kane here and Hookshot in the other one. Ooh. Oh, Toby has to go all the way through to the big chest to get that item. Yeah, it's just Pack of Thieves is so hard to convince yourself to do in Randomizer. At least it's not like proper Randomizer when the actual enemies are terrible too. The Pack of Thieves is brutal in Randomizer. And we get the map? Wait a minute.
What? Oh, wait, did he not do the attic? Big Toby is death warping.
So the attic had the item then. So
did he do the attic?
My guess is that so what they probably thought was that they had a key in their inventory. So they said, oh, I found the small key. That means there's 2 items in the back. And then when they found 1 item, they said there's 1 item left. But the small key that they had in their inventory was from a pot, not from the chest.
Alright, so it looks like that. Looks like
go to ice.
Go to ice, please. Yes. It looks like it looks like ice is the answer. Okay, so that's so boss of Ice Palace is hookshot locked.
It's also Argus, or is it Trinex? That would be cane locked. Mothula. That's not hookshot locked.
Well, the big key is the big key on right side.
Locked. Oh, logic hookshot locked. Oh my goodness, I forgot about this logic entirely. Yeah, you're right. Hookshot locked. That's a good thing to pay attention to in this game. Nice cane and ice, by the way. This is why you learn IPBJ. All right, Toby is going for
disgusting.
The book. Toby knows the book is here. There's definitely options available, but Ice Palace seems to be the correct one.
Yeah, that cane placement right there is why you learn IPPJ.
So Ice Palace has been available for... You're supposed to go into pod and get the flippers, but you can skip that even. So it looks like you don't even need pendant dungeons in the seed.
Yes, so the cane allows us to get the boots, which are in Turtle Rock.
The only thing cane does for us is open up Turtle Rock.
Yeah, the only we can technically, if the boss of TR is not Trinex, then we can full clear TR. If it turns out that it is Trinex, though, then this is an Aga seed.
How many bosses are left? I think Meyer is the only one, Meyer and TR, the only ones that we don't know about that can be Trinex. So the clock is ticking for Aghanim. I always like the color of bosses in this arena.
Yeah, it's a nice pastel Mothula.
Mothula is also a joke outside of Mothula.
Oh, hey, arena. Another green 20.
Well, so we're going to TR. That's all we've got.
Yeah, that's yep. This is a very very small next sphere right here.
There's going to be a big divide between people who just went to ice early and people who didn't.
Just go to Caneless Pendant Ice. Just go to Caneless Ice Palace. It's the play.
Toby was going to go to Swamp and then died. This might be good for Toby. We'll see. How committed are you to that Swamp play? Were you doing it just because it was there, or... No, I think they're going back.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing is, you got this mountain climb you got to do every time with the hammer and the mirror. You can't even go across with the hook shot.
Yeah, and you don't even. I mean, the hook shot is either just sitting in TR or it's locked by the boots.
And locked by the boots could mean in Mire, could mean
It could mean
Bonkrocks,
Meyer. Yeah, it could be Meyer if it's advanced placement.
Desert
Which,
Boss.
yeah,
Yeah, Green Pendant.
yeah, and then also the regular boots checks. Oh,
Oh, Toby's going
Toby
in.
is making the play to ice.
So I didn't realize Toby went into the Dark World to get the island and then do ice.
That is intriguing.
That's good though. It's correct. That's the thing you want to
This
do.
is the correct. This is the correct decision. But I wouldn't necessarily like. This is the correct decision. Like, yeah, it makes sense. Like, this is a crystal. You know, you can full clear it, assuming you know the bomb jump. Well, you can full clear it anyway. Just the bomb jump makes it a lot easier.
Or you could get the cane mirror out and icebreaker. No, you're not going to do that. But
You can't do it. There's icebreaker is impossible in this seed.
I mean, the cane is here, right?
It's but it's I think it's in the I don't know what chest you call it. It's
Oh,
it's
you'd
in
have to
the
do like a
U
bomb
chest.
jump.
The
You'd have to do a
spike
bomb
chest,
jump. Yeah. So you'd have to sequence break the hook shot. I mean, you wouldn't do that. I was joking, but if you wanted to icebreaker, you'd have to do a bomb jump anyway. Might as well make it the IPBJ. GFE
and
mirroring
another
out,
J20.
which makes sense when you don't have the boots and also allows you to refill your magic.
So how deep in Turtle Rock are we gonna have to go to find the boots?
Well, the good thing about Turtle Rock is the boots don't do much outside of this next room after Chain Chomps. It's like the one room you actually care about boots in. I guess like the very end. You want them for laser bridge, for laser skips. I'm wrong. You want the boots. Boots are actually pretty good here. I take them for granted.
And there's the big key.
Okay, Toby going for IPJ.
Yeah, this is kind of a feel. The IPBJ is kind of a feel thing. You kind of learn a visual cue for it. Some sprites are pretty easy to learn. I know for back when I started out doing IPBJ, oh, he gets it.
Yeah.
Nice. I used sword buffers for when I first learned IPBJ, but now I just move down. I just hold out the sword, move down, and just hope that I'm right.
Half of IPBJ is just hoping that the tiny amount you moved was right. It's either the easiest thing in the world or you're moving up and down for the entire bomb explosion time, racing the clock.
Toby's going right.
So this is arcane, but you get these first because you don't want to have to cross the spikes more than necessary.
There's our big key. And let's check Mimic Cave first before we delve any deeper.
The thing with Mimic Cave is we know it's not the boots, but it can still be the hook shot. Because the Mimic Cave is not TR.
Big Toby finds the cane.
Compass, and that is Lambo on Turtle Rock. So we can complete this dungeon. Small mercy from this horrible seed. No, it's not really horrible. The seed is fine if you just do ice early. But it doesn't let you do anything else. Like a good seed will let you do more than one thing, and both of them being fine. But this one is very inflexible.
Wow, the boots are actually gonna be either on Lambo or Laser Bridge.
I hope you can walk, skip, or have magic for Burna use. Or cape. Jaffe actually has the cape out already. Just for this bit, makes sense. I think Jaffe wants to use magic on the laser bridge, so is refilling here. Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Just walk through. Why even take the cape out? There's the
boots.
And you get to use them twice. Although you're just going to cape past this red beetle anyway, so what's the point?
Alright, and now we're on to Lanmo.
Big Toby is on low HP here.
Yeah.
It does have potions. But it does seem to be slowing him
Nice
down.
zero cycle from GFE.
Yeah, that's a nice flamo. It's if you're used to bonking on the ceiling, although I think you only do that for silvers. You can't do that in this room. It's too big. So you have to just walk. But I think, yeah, the fire rod strat, you just walk. So, Trinex has one last chance to be on Misery Mire boss. Where are we going? Oh, bonk chest. Bonk shot cave. There's one chest you can get here with bonking if it is not basic placement. See, if we could tell that this is basic placement, we could skip this chest, but because you can't really tell, you still have to check it, so it doesn't do anything for you. No, you wouldn't hover hookshot cave, but I forgot about this. Good thinking from GFE that hookshot can be in that chest. Okay, we're doing King's Tomb now and Bonk Rocks. Just follow the boots immediately, because the other option is Mire. I think Mire would be a good play, though, because you can find out what the boss is.
I mean, if we find the hookshot in Mire, then that means this is confirmed advanced.
Oh, that's true. I never thought that basic advancing would come into play, but it seems to have come into play twice in like 2 minutes. It's also true that this could be full, like, shuffled like random bosses, and Argus can be at Mire. In which case we would need to leave. Okay, there's a couple places left. Mire, obviously, but also Desert is now unlocked completely. There's 2 items plus the green pendant available to us.
I assume GFE is just going to go straight for Mire. Yep, he's getting that Quake Medallion out, and he's going to go right in. Yeah, I would say this definitely is a little bit of a breadcrumb seed.
It's only a breadcrumb seed because they already did Swamp, and you know, if Lambo's green pendant ends up being the hookshot, then the checks that Toby and GFE did that were not Ice Palace could be things you could do instead of Landmo, and this could just everyone just kind of full clears just at different times.
You always gotta love seeds where everyone last locates the same thing, and it's all just who can full clear the game the fastest.
That's called AD keys. Big Key and Spike Room of Meyer. What a shame. So GFE's gonna go for the boss.
So yeah,
just blindfold it because it can be.
Wait, he's rethinking his options.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a bad play because it can be just, a Helmosaur. We haven't seen one of those yet, right? And then maybe Helmosaur has the hook shot, and you're in go mode, and you can skip the rest of the dungeon.
Helmosaur having the hook shot would be kind of ugly, but also would be kind of a deal. No, we want the hook shot to just be right here, right in this lobby chest right here, but it's not. I was trying to conquer, but apparently I'm unlucky.
Where's Toby going? Hasn't done Super Bunny Cave yet. Okay, fair enough. Alright, you're just gonna bite the bullet and go to the boss. Not even getting the compass out of it. GFE seems really trepidatious of this boss play. I'm not sure I agree with that. I feel like I would just go for the boss. If it's big deal, if it's a Trinex. If it's a Trinex, you just leave and you get your ice rod and come back. Because it's not that much different from full clearing the front of the dungeon.
Okay, was that the first or this? Okay, well, definitely the first time because he's continuing onwards.
Yeah, unless the thing he's trying to find is the compass, which is, if you've gone this far and the whole point is you don't want to walk all the way to the boss only to find out you can't kill it, then you would really want to have the compass in this chest and not on the boss.
Okay, Toby is NTR. He did not check the hint house, so he does not know that the boots are here.
He'll find them when
he'll find them.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
Knowing that the boots are here didn't do anything for anyone.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter by knowing anything. It's just saying.
Oh.
Okay, Green Pendant is dead. Oh, nice.
That's actually a really good hint. Okay. Green Pendant's dead. We don't know that Lambo doesn't have an item. And you know what?
Trinex.
I will eat my words. That is a Trinex. And
that is an Naga hard required.
Skipped whatever nonsense is required to find out it's Trinex by doing some other nonsense. Crow eat mouth. Or meat mouth. Mouth eat crow. Crow meat mouth. So,
I'm a little confused by this. Did GFE checked GFE checked it, right? He checked Lumberjack, right?
Yes.
GFE
knows where the ice rod is, but we don't know where the hook shot is yet.
GFE forgot the big key. I was a little confused. I was a little confused why he was just walking away from a chest.
I saw it, therefore I had it. Also, the Green Pendant being dead might be making this a little more appealing, because if there's no item on the boss, you could just skip it.
Well, we knew that Small Key had to be there.
We also know, like, Ped's dead, so the pendant has always been dead. So it's really just the green pendant, which is now dead from a hint. Okay, items. We got one here. Gee, if he really wants this to be an item. Oh! Okay, if he gets to skip the boss. So hint titles did something.
We do not have TR. Oh wait,
Pyramid
actually, he can do
Fairy.
Pyramid Fairy.
Oh, you can do Pyramid into Aga. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
No, I don't think of Pyramid Fairy as a thing you do with the bomb. So it's didn't think about that either.
Yeah, normally Pyramid Fairy is just a check you kind of just do on its own, but in this case, it's a good thing because we can route Naga.
There's never been a better time to do Pyramid Fairy in the sea than right now. You could make an argument for after killing Aga, checking the bomb is faster, but I don't think it's faster enough to matter over having to walk there twice.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Less walking means you're taking less time to do things, which means you finish faster? Question mark? Okay, is the hook shot in here?
It is.
There it is. Yep, okay. So more than likely this was just basic placement. Because if it wasn't, then hookshot would have probably been in Mire.
I didn't know you could mirror there. What a seed.
Yeah, this has been very, very interesting.
I was really doubting the ice rod thing, and it was almost looking like GFE wasn't going to even know about the ice rod for a long time. Turned away from Bumper Ledge and then turned back to check it. I wonder what Big Toby will do.
Yeah, I'm curious myself, actually.
One thing I know Big Toby is not going to do based on their past behavior is check hint tiles. So green pendant could come into play. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Having a little trouble with the quick swap there.
Actually, I'm not even sure if Toby's going to check the boss of Mire. To do that, you have to do cutscene chests, and you have to know that you can check the boss on the map, which, like I said, if I was playing this, I would have gone straight for the boss and blind checked it, and I could see an argument for Toby doing the same. Oh, where are you going?
Oh, probably.
Didn't hit the switch. Maybe. No, it just went the wrong way.
Yeah, it just went the wrong way. Okay, let's play a game. How many blue balls is Aga gonna throw at us? Gotta guess a 4.
One for every Argus. So 2.
I'm gonna go with my usual guess and say 6.
Though we don't know that there aren't other Arguses around.
First one of every cycle is never a blue ball.
Oh, Toby. Okay.
There's
you
one.
can't get Death Hold in this version, can you? That's fixed, right?
Is that a major glitch?
Well, it's a accidental major glitch that you can have just happen to you. I think they patched it for no glitches. Okay.
I think we're up to 2 at this point, and GFE is using the bug net.
Yikes.
Big Toby is Big Toby doesn't have any magic.
It's okay, you can just keep doing this until you get all the chests. Just like you would in cross keys. You don't feel like
There's the boots.
There you go. Now you can dash skip the other one if you want to do that, or you can just do the same thing. You can also go out the top door, take a pitfall, and then use the iframes to check the top and bottom ones.
Okay, I think we're up to 3 blue balls. 4. Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
That's a lot of Arguses. Okay. You have the boots, Toby. It's really easy if you don't have the boots for an hour and 30 minutes, and when you get them, you just don't use them because you're not used to having them.
It's like every cross key seed I ever play where I get the boots at the 3-hour mark. I just never use them, even though they unlock literally everything. It was 5? Okay.
Yeah, you want that magic. Toby doesn't know what boss is here, so... thinking about the potions, because it might be cold stare, and they don't have enough magic for that.
That's just Landmo, and Landmo's easy street.
Yeah, Landmo's pretty nice. JP getting his ice rod from the lumberjack tree that we saw from Big Toby an hour and 30 minutes ago.
Okay, so GFE is now in go mode. 134.18.
Yeah, I think the go mode happened at Hookshot, but that's trivial. It's semantics. But it doesn't matter because like you've already done everything.
Yeah, formally go mode.
I don't know what was even left for GFE. Like, the hookshot could have been on the boss of Meyer. Oh right, there's other dungeons we have to do, like all the Arguses. We still have to do Eastern. We still have to do Skullwoods. Gross. I forgot there was like an actual part where you go mode the dungeons you've already been in.
Hookshot's in Pyramid Fairy.
Oops. Yep. With the red crystals being Hera, so Hera Pot fans know you don't get to Hera Pot in the seed, and TR, which had the boots in it, and the cane was in Ice Palace, so Icebreaker fans, you don't get to do that either. No fun allowed. Alright, Big Toby also remembering the bonk chest. And then this would be a Spike Cave play, I think. A Spike Cave and GT sign because I don't think Toby has done that yet. It doesn't have Bombos. Oh, it doesn't look at GT. Which is fine because we know it's not in there.
Yeah, GT is not at all needed for this seed. Toby is going to do Spike Cave.
I think GT died when we checked the sign and it was 6. Because we already knew that there were 2 bosses locked by the Cane of Samaria and 2 bosses locked by the hookshot.
Yeah.
And it was 6 crystals to enter. Okay, where does Big Toby go next? Ooh, nice ice rod kill on Argus.
Yeah, that was very, very good. It's in for a while. What is he gonna do next? So
Toby can't do Meyer right now.
Toby can do Maya right now, but we know that it's not the answer.
No, I think he can kind of do it. They need to drink a potion. That's the problem. And he'll have magic to use the medallion.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You could pop into desert and get a pot, but may as well just use that potion. Oh, wonder how.
Toby, you do not have any magic.
Mirroring knows that there's magic in desert, perhaps, or going to the potion shop. Either one is an option. I think potion shop is a good play.
Yep.
Desert's slow, and you might as well fill your bottles.
Fluting to 3?
3. What is at 3 that we haven't done yet? There's a bonk tree with magic in it.
Oh yeah,
no, that's not where we're going though.
There is a bong tree with magic in it. Oh wait, Toby, you
it's in
could
the
have just.
light world.
Toby, you could have just used the hammer.
It was very resourceful though. Just didn't know which world it was in, which is fair. Unfortunately, you lose your portal when you do that, so you'll have to go back into 6. I don't think that actually matters. So Meyer, Toby needs to go to Meyer to find out that it's Trinex, right? So this is fine. And then hopefully that will lead them on that nice pyramid fairy into Aghanim play that we saw from GFE. Argus is an obnoxious boss in this room.
I would argue any boss is obnoxious in this room.
Boldorm.
Okay, except for Moldorm.
Helmasaur?
And Helmasaur as well. Except for 2 bosses and
Cold
also
Stare can be
Trinex.
alright. Cold
and
Stare
also
you can
Trinex.
Trinex can't be here. Cold Stare
I was saying Trinex. Yeah, I was saying that Trinex can't be here.
I dread what Trinex would look like in this room. I probably just wouldn't move properly in phase 2. Nice thing about Cold Stare is you can hit them into the spikes, and I think we saw that from GFE. Got 2 cycle kill from hitting him to the spikes.
Death in Mire 2.
Okay, we are very likely to see a blind check of this boss, given where the compass is in this dungeon. But we might also see a search the whole dungeon for hookshot play, because there are 2 items here. Oh, don't touch the wizard.
Don't touch the Wizrub and don't get hit by the Beamos.
The Beamos is fine, it's 1 heart. The wizard will kill you. Alright, GFE using beam strats. This is a room worth learning, given how much time it saves. If you're gonna pick a non-glitch strat to learn, this is not a bad place to start. We already see GFE is just tiny bit behind Toby in this room, having entered much later. And we'll get to see a fun little slimy Trinex fight. Alright, big moment for Toby. Ooh, going down. Did they just skip spike chests altogether? Yeah, they did, because they don't have the big key.
Yeah. Interesting.
They don't have health to do spike chests, but they do have magic.
That makes sense.
But where are they going to get health in this dungeon? Because they're not going to get health unless
you get whatever is the last health item.
Yeah, the clutch full heal from the heart. It's actually looking unlikely that that's not just a green 20, given they're at 13 right now. I think Saint Cart is left, perhaps.
Well, for GFE, it's a number of heart pieces. He already got Saint Cart.
Oh, okay. I don't pay attention. I didn't notice Saint Cart. Where was Saint Cart?
I have no idea. I just know he got it because he's at 13 hearts and he picked up a piece of heart and it did not turn into a green 20.
Oh, that makes sense. Nice,
easy
fill.
Trinex fight.
Especially because you can't do the backdoor strat, which a lot of more experienced runners find easier than the front. Half magic.
Wow.
Doesn't even... It's your last boss. You've gone through all of this. Oh, here's half magic.
Oh, well, I guess it makes scanning a little better. But, I mean, to be fair, it's hard item pull, and we don't have silvers, so...
Yeah, it makes magic management not matter. That's true. You can miss Torch Glitch and be fine. Not have to use the lamp.
Admittedly, though, we would like to not miss the Torch Glitch.
Yeah. Oh, nice save and quit straight to Pyramid. One of the few things that's good about an Agaseed.
Alright. Phase 1...
Unfortunately, Toby got the compass and didn't check it, so it doesn't seem to know about the new mechanic of you can check the compass. And they're going to be checking that boss blindly.
Ooh. And takes another death. That's
Meanwhile, GFE gets 1-1 Ganon, but takes a beating in the process. So as long as he can avoid getting hit by... he can take a Fire Bat hit in Phase 4, but anything else will kill him.
Oh, I don't think that's the arrow. Did you find the arrows on the moon? No, we did not.
On the moon?
And unfortunately, he didn't get that early silver, so he held out his sword just a bit too early. Or rather, he released it too early. Gets the torch list so we can set up for triples.
It's a very nice Phase 4. Alright, that is GG for GFE.
Just gotta wait through this fanfare, cross the bridge, and he will claim the victory.
Yeah. And this is first place for GFE. I'd like to point out that second place is 2 seconds behind. That was a massive fanfare snipe. So we got GFE at 144.55, Shire at 144.57, and Joss at 145.38. Meanwhile, Big Toby making their way to the boss.
Which unfortunately they will not be able to kill.
Nope. Oh, just press X. I know it's unintuitive. The whole 4 years of rando history has taught you not to press X in dungeons, but this is the one time where you really want to.
And we are joined to the booth by GFE 12. GG's.
GG.
Oh, thanks for the GG's. That was a close one. That was great. One of my missed triples was gonna get the snipe there.
Oh, yeah. The 2 second difference was, you're right, that is like one missed triple apart. That's crazy to think about. Your very clean Phase 4 pulled it through, though.
Yeah, I thought about drinking a potion for safety, but clearly I didn't have that time, so...
No, that would have done it too. Every little thing would have done it.
Oh man, it had to be the last boss, right?
Of course it did.
It's
a good thing you knew to press X in dungeons, because...
I'm glad I decided to back out on rushing the boss. Like, I'm sure you saw my kind of...
Yeah. I would have done it. I wanted you to do it, and then you didn't, and I was like, why are you doing that? And then you were right.
Yeah, like in my mind, it could have still been Chaos Boss, so there could have been another Argus, and could have also been Trinex, which it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that was awful. As far as the seed goes, the only thing that I think I had left was the back of Thieves Town, which in Boss Randomizer, that's one thing that'll lose it for me every time because I
Yeah.
just don't go there.
Back of Thieves Town doesn't exist. And it was only one item. You read hints, and one of them killed the green pendant, so that saved you from having to kill Landmo.
Yeah, actually, that was kind of big. I'm not sure what I would have done after the 2 items. I think, knowing Trinex, I still would have done Pyramid Fairy into Aga like I did first, so I might have avoided it anyway. But I love how the very first hint I remembered to actually check was a troll and told me boots are in TR when I can't actually get them.
It didn't matter.
Thanks, game. Appreciate
The one
that.
Meyer did though, so you know.
Yeah, that one was nice. I don't know if y'all saw any other hints checked that actually mattered. I felt kind of bad that I forgot to check early on, but
we didn't remember hints at all. We were wondering why you were walking into TR. Like, oh, you don't want the king.
Yeah, at first when you walked into TR, I was like, oh, he's just going in to get the full magic. And then I see the hint and I just start laughing.
yeah, that was a good one for sure.
I like the hookshot hint in hookshot. You walk into swamp and you get a hint that says hookshot on it, but it's hookshot cave. It's a heart piece.
I also love how that's the one chest in Hookshot Cave. Well, in theory, that's the one chest in Hookshot Cave I was actually able to get the boots.
Oh, yeah, because you don't know which chest is being hinted, yeah. And you don't know that it's basic or advanced. If you could know that it's basic or advanced from the very start, that information would matter more. But because you can't really rule it out until you find something weird like Lamp in Dark Maze, or Dark Maze, Dark Cross, then it's academic.
Oh man,
Yeah.
It was a seed for sure.
It was a seed. It was very interesting, especially considering that ice rod. We initially were like thinking, oh, this ice rod's going to be required because of TR, because being a crystal, and then we see 5-eyed Moldorm in Tower of Hera, and we're like, wait, something is off, and then we realize it's boss shuffle.
Yep.
I think we knew it was boss shuffle at that point. We'd seen the damage and health was vanilla.
Yeah.
And had looked through the YAML to make sure that killable thieves weren't just on by default, because that can do it as well.
When I saw the Moldorm with the eyes, I was like, okay, pretty much all health's been vanilla so far. So either this is really by chance, or this is actually boss shuffle. And then, like, going through Skullwoods, I was hoping I would run into a compass, and of course it's on the boss, so had to find out the hard way.
Yeah, you did tend to favor front of dungeon in a situation where you'd normally do back first, but front of dungeon gives you that compass sometimes, so it can save you from...
To be honest, it's a good thing I didn't get the compass, because who knows when I get the mitts.
Right. Oh god. So you know Argus is there. Are you gonna... Yeah, like if you're there without a sword, but you have the fire rod, it's always an awful decision to make.
Yep.
By the way, Vitreous is at desert.
Oh, beautiful. So let's see.
The old dry eyes. Oh,
two Moldorms.
No. Ooh. Okay, don't go back in, Toby.
Yeah, please do not go back in.
Skip it, Toby.
Skip it.
Skip it.
I don't. This isn't okay. Good.
Oh, he's leaving.
They're leaving.
Good choice.
Save and quit. Where are we going? We've got Pyramid Fairy. I had also forgotten about Pyramid Fairy completely, so the seed would have been a problem.
I'm a little disappointed I didn't do it before Meyer. Like, after TR, I figured I'll do the boots checks, and then go for Meyer. I thought about doing Pyramid Fairy then, but in the end it was actually good that I didn't, simply because I needed the Ice Rod anyway. So it routed well to go into Aga.
It was a very nice route, and then getting to save and quit to Pyramid, and not even having to deal with Aghanim Light World because you do it so late in the seed, worked out pretty well. We were worried that you weren't going to check it at all. When you were at Bumper Cave, I saw you turn south after checking it. Was that a change of mind or something else?
When I was at Bunker. Trying to think. Oh, yeah. Like I started to leave, and then I was like, I should probably check this. So
That would have been pretty bad if you hadn't.
yeah, because I didn't have boots at the time, but I did know where they were. So I was like, I guess I need to check this. So yeah, that would have been something. And of course, I had to double take because it's like, really, of all things, it's this. I mean, that's almost the same as a mushroom on there when it comes to Randomizer.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you've got like all of the 3 pendant dungeons and the 2 lower bosses in GT could have all been the Trinex. Because this looked like full boss shuffle. I couldn't be sure if that's what it looked like.
Yeah, I think more than likely this was full.
I think we haven't seen Cold Stare and Helma yet, and they're probably just in Upper GT. And then there's some repeat somewhere.
I was honestly disappointed Cold Stare wasn't in the back of Skullwoods, because I knew I didn't have magic, but I was specifically farming up to full health to be able to do beam strats and still do the fight. And
I saw that.
But all in all, it felt pretty good. I feel kind of bad about the Hookless Swamp Dip, but at the same time, I think I basically had my Ice Palace clear and back of Thieves Town left at that point.
So, curious what kept you out of Ice Palace, because given the finish times, I'm guessing hardly anyone went in there early. But it was available, even in Logic, once you've done Pod.
Yeah. Mentally, I knew Ice Palace would be a good play, but I blame Icebreaker 100%.
Yeah, you could not Icebreaker this seed.
Heck of a drug. You can't Icebreaker. You can't Harapot either.
Yeah, that's true.
Dirty.
Pre-Icebreaker, I 100% go into Ice way sooner, but not having Kane or Hook, like logically for Ice Palace, that's kind of like,
that's true.
I don't know what's going on here. But of course Hook ended up being Kane locked, and Kane's sitting in Ice, so good seat. I didn't pay attention, come to think of it.
Hook was Kane locked. So Kane was not Hook locked then, but Cold Stare was, or the boss was. Correct.
That's what I was trying to think, if Cold Stare could have been. I'm not sure.
I don't trust my knowledge of IP key logic to actually use it.
If Kane wasn't, then Cold Stare couldn't have been. I don't think. Pretty sure, since Kane was on right side.
Right, you could just get the Kane, then you just have the Kane. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. That's a thinker of a seed for sure. If you're even thinking about the key logic bias, you're gonna spend the rest of the seed thinking about it when you're looking for hook shot.
Yep.
All right. So Toby is making their way up Aga Tower. Do you have any final words for us, GFE?
I always enjoy a good mystery. I always enjoy a little Randomizer. So I don't know that the term friendly really fits this one, but it was a lot of fun. So I appreciate the commentary. Appreciate our tracker as well, Professor Renderer, and also I believe he kind of set everything up. So a lot of fun. Always enjoy these. Haven't done a daily in a while, and this one was good. So thank y'all.
Yep. Again, everyone get your GGs in chat for GFE. This is an interesting seed. I always like mystery. Yeah. You can also follow our runners, GFE12 and Big Toby 1982. You can follow me. I'm Jaxie, J_Axie, and you can also follow my co-commentator Super Malma World, as well as our tracker Professor Renderer. And we are seeing Big Toby do the Aga fight. I think it was 5 blue balls. Big Toby did not check Pyramid Fairy before doing Aga.
Five blue balls is pretty rude for a seed like this.
Yeah, late Aga fight, you want to have low blue balls because it's already suffering enough to do Aga late in the seed. And there's Aga down.
Okay, the next boss of this game is remembering that when you save and quit from Aghanim and you have the mirror, you just go right back here. Is this Toby's first goal check?
I think so.
Oh, wow. Okay. I wonder if they just now remembered it's mystery. The problem, something can happen when you're playing mystery and most of the settings get rolled vanilla. It's really easy to forget you're playing mystery. You're like, oh, it's just an randomizer seed, you know? It's just the normal seed, but sometimes the bosses are different. And then you gotta remember, oh, right, it could just be a ped goal the whole time, or it could be one crystal fast cannon, and you have been running for a long time looking for things you don't need.
Yeah, I think if someone were to look in the race room and they were playing the seed and see people finishing, they would know right away that this is probably not one crystal fast cannon.
That would be a very, very long fire source hunt. It's the only way I could think of that going 144. Or like a swordless seed or something. Toby is going Dark World. Is this north or south? We want to see north.
I would
North
assume Pyramid Fairy.
Because Swamp is an option too, and you can make an argument for Swamp into Pyramid Fairy because they do route together somewhat nicely.
Yeah, however, without the hook shot, I would argue that, especially considering it's pendant, that Swamp just looks generally unappealing. So it makes sense, even though it does have 6 items in it with a maximum of, I think, 4 you can get in the front.
Oh, Toby's doing that thing as well of if you fight Aghanim, the pyramid itself is a little faster to do. So that might be why we saw them done in this order. I still don't know if this is worth it. But it's
it accomplishes the same goal, so
exactly. It gets you to the hook shot, that's what matters.
Okay, I can't imagine that Big Toby goes anywhere else other than Swamp.
Big Toby gets ice rod and goes to Mire because they're in go mode.
Oh yeah, right. Of course.
Yeah.
I was gonna say forget the ice rod, which hopefully they didn't. And also, not to mention, I forgot about the ice rod on Lumberjack, which you definitely don't want to forget it.
Oh, they're taking West Side Breeze. Wow. Yeah, might as well. This is probably faster than fluting. I think the fastest way to go is to actually flute to 7 or flute to 8 and then take the whirlpool, like you do in NMG. But nobody who doesn't run NMG ever thinks of that. Then again, nobody who doesn't run NMG thinks of West Side Breeze either, or even knows that that's what it's called.
Alright, so Big Toby is going to finally get their ice rod and be in actual go mode very shortly. And we will not know the exact time of their go mode because we do not have a timer for them.
It's approximately the 2-hour mark, according to race time, but of course there is a little bit of a lag. Okay, Toby's going to make a pit stop for some potions. There is a Trinex there, and Trinex is deadly, so makes sense.
Yep, we do have 3 more finishers. We have Aster finishing in 4th with a time of 1:52.35, Koi 1:55.01, and Frenzy 6th place 2:02.46.
All right, Toby's going to clean up some bosses first. Get these hookshot lock bosses out of the way that I keep forgetting exist.
yes, Argus is a very big thing in this seed.
The most hookshot locked seed that ever had a pendant swamp in it. Never has the hookshot killed both swamp and GT so thoroughly. Or killed Ped and GT, that should say. Okay, Toby remembers, don't need the key, already got it actually. So we can just go straight to the boss. You do want to move left a little bit when dashing up that room.
Yeah, I do sometimes forget to dash, move a little left. But to be fair, it's not something I really tend to think about.
Okay, we're fine. There you go.
Yeah.
I was worried the Wallmaster was going to block the shot, but it came just a little bit later and got hit by the splash damage. What is the sprite, by the way?
I have no idea.
No. Oh, goodness.
It was very close. I have no idea what that is actually. Is it Wolflink?
It's not Wolflink. Maybe it is. Like the Twilight Princess Wolflink, maybe?
It's some kind of a Link sprite.
It might be. I don't think it's Twilight Princess Wolf. But I can't pinpoint it. Toby needs to be careful here, because Argus does do 2 hearts of damage, and this is a dangerous arena to fight any boss on. Alright, very good. Use the potion. Oh, it's a cat.
It's a cat?
Yeah, it's hard to see. It's a little blurry on our end. Marvin the cat. Nice, thank you. A surrender. Tabby Cat uses it too. By Fish Muffin 64.
Alright, and there's Skull Woods down for Big Toby.
Oh, Fish Waffle. Oh, I know Fish Waffle. Fish Waffle is like the big sprite artist, sprite tester person. Very prolific. Pretty sure Fish Waffle has tested, I want to say, every sprite in the game, except for maybe some of the most recent ones.
But shout out to all the sprite creators.
It's a lot of work.
They do a lot of hard work.
It's tedious. Back to Meyer. We still have Eastern?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Alright, Toby has some beams to work with, which makes this room a little bit easier. A little safer, too.
You can use any imaging editing software. You can use GIMP or Paint.net. I usually prefer Paint.net. But
Weirdo uses Photoshop. I think the only thing not recommended is that YY char, which has been used for like Mario sprites. I think it's not recommended for Link sprites, but pretty much any of those free programs is just whichever one you're comfortable with will work just fine.
Just use MS Paint.
MS Paint, yeah, you can. You don't get transparency though, so you won't be able to do layers. You want something that has layers. Makes it a lot easier. I know you're being sarcastic, but it's possible technically. All right, Toby going through back of Meyer, armed with knowledge of the boss. Nice, mostly full magic bar. Avoids the spike damage on the way out. Remembers that they don't need to switch it, which is good. Oh, they've already been here too. They can just go straight into that bomb wall and hit the switch. All right, welcome Raiders from Speed Gaming. We have the tail end of a race. This is a mystery race. We got some boss shuffle, hard item pool, and everything else is pretty normal, except that Ice Rod was on Lumberjack and there's a Trinex here. So we had to go a little bit off path to get some things.
I think Big Toby realizing that you cannot touch that upper half of the room.
It's Toby. Toby should use the potion now because
you might want
Trinex will hurt.
Yeah, the one pro of Trinex being in any other arena other than vanilla is that the floor of all of the arenas aren't programmed to deal with Trinex's ice, meaning that there will never be ice on the floor.
I don't think Trinex will ice the floor even in his own arena in Boss Shuffle.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
I think it's just straight up turned off. Now, of course, one of those arenas, it could be ice Trinex, and then it doesn't matter because it's ice Trinex.
Hey, Toby, please. I would pop your potion right now.
Toby can't right now because you can't menu while the boss is exploding.
Yeah. Now you pop. Now you pop the potion.
Very good. That's what they're for. A potion in your pocket when you die is the worst feeling in the world. So drink them when you have them.
All right, and we are just now down to Eastern for Big Toby. And there's half magic.
Okay, we just got one dungeon left. And this one should be easy. It's just Eastern.
Just Eastern, and I think it's another Argus, I believe.
Yep, that's why we haven't done it yet. No, picking up some potions on the way. Those are probably for Ganon, not Argus.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't consider, though, something that would have been nice about doing Misery Mire last is you can save and quit to the pyramid from the Dark World, but because Eastern's in the Light World, they won't have that option. So they'll probably just walk from Flute 4. Oh!
Or Fluting to
forget a boss. No, they're gonna get called a dingus. No, dude.
Is he go? Please tell me he's not going to Ganon.
No, I think they're going
to Ganon. He better not be going to Ganon.
Nah, it's so easy to forget. Or maybe we just forgot. I don't know.
Nope, he's missing a crystal on his menu.
Yeah, alright. Well.
We're now gonna. Yeah, he's gonna say, "You cannot beat me until you finish the goal."
Dingus. You think you're ready to face me? I will not die.
I will not die. Unless you complete your goals, Dingus. What are you doing?
You just mash the text, because that's what you do at Ganon. Nobody actually reads the Ganon text. Ganon will tell you again that he can't die when you phase him to phase 4.
So this is all for naught.
Oh, I'm keeping a potion. We've all done it. I have the reason I know that he tells you again at phase 4 is because I have personally done this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fair point. If you
Oh, it's
can't
not
read
fluent?
the text.
Ooh.
Well, that's fair. If you can't
I
read the
cannot
text, then
die!
you'll at least find out because you'll try to hit him and he won't take damage. Hopefully we'll recognize that he's not taking damage and it's not because you're bad, but because he actually cannot take damage. Okay, good.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah.
You tried to mirror. You can't mirror here.
You can't mirror out. Just save and quit or just fall. There you go.
Save and quit will get you there faster.
Yeah, you gotta finish Eastern there first, buddy.
I'm glad that they're experienced enough in Silverless to recognize that they weren't just messing up.
Yeah, Silverless is definitely one of the more important tricks that you can learn in this game, if not the most important.
I feel like Landmo is the one I always forget. Where are we going?
I'm confused too. Wait, what are you doing?
I'm trying to think of what boss Toby thinks they didn't do. I hope it's not Ganon's tower.
The thing is, he can go into GT. Oh,
That's
he's going into
true.
GT.
But you can drop to Ganon. If you can drop to Ganon, you don't need Agatu.
He might not recognize Fast Ganon as a goal.
Oh no. Alright, well, we'll get to see what bosses are at Ganon's tower.
This is the reason why we tend to have Fast Ganon enabled in cross keys, because defeat Ganon in cross keys always sucks.
And Cross Keys has a built-in way of making defeat Ganon seeds just by putting Ganon there, so it's, you still get the taste of it every now and then. Oh no.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 7.
Whoa, oh, look at your menu, Yes, we're doing it.
Okay, good. Yay!
The missing crystal.
Wait, what is he doing?
Fluting. Going to 5.
Oh, I was gonna. Please, yeah. Is he going to 5?
Yes.
He's going to 5.
Dead
nice.
Dead
Rock
Rock
is actually
deserves
being
a medal.
nice.
This is the Dead Rock thanking Toby for saving that mini Helma's life earlier in Pod. It's like a fable, like, save the mouse and it will untie your knots later when you're bound. It will call its woodland friends to help you out in a time of great need.
Yeah, there's not really much else to say here other than just this has been very, very much an interesting seed.
Mm-hmm. I love the ice rod tease, the back and forth. The first time you see it, you think it's just straight required, and then you remember it's mystery, and then it's required again at the very end. And you're still not in go mode because you still need the hook shot. All right, good job not killing the green Igor a second time. That's really tough muscle memory to break.
All right, and now Argus. All right, that is Big Toby's 7th crystal, and now on to Ganon. For real this time. Flute to 4. Through the Aga portal, and we're gonna go and fall down into the pyramid.
And this time we get cheese from Ganon. That's what we like to see.
Yes.
Making it
Cheese.
with no damage so far. Taking out that cape.
Yeah, half magic makes this a joke. I guess that's the one kind thing about the seed is you got a kind of a nice easy Ganon fight with that half magic.
Yeah, kind of forced it on you actually.
Unfortunately, because Big Toby was already here, I think the Ganon RNG is screwed up a little bit. I don't know if it's different. I don't know if it's different. Oh, he's getting a lot of warps.
Yeah, it gets reshuffled when you start the fight over, and that's
even if you don't have the goal. Even if you don't have the goal.
Yeah, even if you don't have the goal, it's really just like a limitation of the technology. They can only fix it once because the RNG will just get re-rolled once you've gone in again. Find the arrows on the moon.
Ooh, wasting a lot of magic there.
Ah, we have potions. It's fine. Good silver list, though.
Yeah, very, very nice silver list so far.
Using lamp to save magic. Yep. Still getting plenty of doubles. Now, lamp triples are kind of hard, so going for doubles is a good play.
Yeah, it is a formidable strategy when trying to conserve magic. Okay, should be almost done, and
there we go.
Ganon's down. All right. Now, get your GGs in chat for Big Toby as he waits out the fanfare and crosses the bridge, and we'll call this a seed.
Yeah, sadly we went a little bit over time, so we will not have time to do an interview, but Toby will be streaming, imagine, so give him a follow so you can give him GGs in his own chat and watch him as he plays more of these. We also I once again give a thanks to my co-commentator Jaxie and GFE, our other restream runner, and our helpful tracker Professor Render, who is also helping out putting on this restream.
Yeah.
So yeah, Big Toby, he finishes in 7th place with a time of 2:22:04. If you were curious, just to go through my usual spiel, follow all of the speed gaming channels for more speed gaming content. Speed gaming and speed gaming 2 through 6. You can follow our foreign language channels as well. We have Spanish, Portuguese, German, and French. You can also join our Discord server, discord.gg/speedgaming. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also follow us on Twitter as well if you're Twitter savvy at all. Thank you guys all for watching this rendition of the ALTTPR Daily Race. I've been Jaxie, and for Malmo and Professor Renderer, I wish you all a good night.